Types of people you shouldn't help. Helping is a noble and human act, something we're taught from an early age, to lend a hand, offer a shoulder, share even the little we have. But there's a big difference between helping and sacrificing yourself. After all, not everyone wants help in order to grow. Some just want someone to lean on so they can stay the same. Others want control, convenience, or they see you as a tool, not as a human being. That's why it's important to know who you're helping. Because when you give your time, attention, and energy to the wrong person, it always comes at a cost. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 types of people you should never help. But before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever helped someone and got nothing but ingratitude in return? Share your experience in the comments. First type of person you shouldn't help. Someone who hurt you and then comes asking for help. Few things are as unsettling as someone who once hurt you, showing up with a straight face, asking for help. Sometimes they don't even have the decency to apologize. When that happens, you freeze. Your sense of justice screams, but your empathy hesitates. That's when you need to stop and take a deep breath. Because just because someone who wronged you comes back asking for help doesn't mean they're sorry. They might just be interested in something. And when self-interest speaks louder than conscience, the emotional abuse cycle begins again. This is someone who broke your trust, damaged your self-esteem, or left you hanging, and now they're back, acting like nothing happened. So, why shouldn't you help this kind of person? Because if you help someone without them showing any regret, changing their behavior, or even acknowledging what they did, you're opening the door for history to repeat itself. Sooner or later, they might hurt you again, maybe even with the very weapon you just handed back to them. Second type, someone who never acknowledges your help. You know that person you're always there for. You listen, support, give advice, even defend them. Now let me ask you, have they ever acknowledged any of that? If the answer is no, you need to understand. People who don't recognize your help don't value you, only your usefulness. And make no mistake, ungrateful people don't get better with time. On the contrary, the more you do, the more they demand. The more you give, the more they think it's your obligation. Eventually, without realizing it, you become an unpaid emotional employee, someone who gives and never even hears a thank you. And here's the danger. When you help someone and get no recognition, it's not just the lack of gratitude that's the issue. It's the creation of a toxic mindset. That person starts believing it's your duty to help them. And the day you can't, or simply don't want to, they respond with guilt-tripping, judgment, or criticism. In other words, you go from hero to villain in a matter of seconds. Understand this. Someone who doesn't recognize what you do doesn't deserve what you offer. Helping should be an act of love, not submission. If the person can't even look you in the eye and say, "Thank you," maybe it's time to stop extending your hand and start walking away with both feet. Third type, someone who's already used you in the past. Have you ever gone above and beyond, maybe even more than you could afford to, for someone, only to end up being used? It's more common than you think. The truth is, many people are only interested in what they can get from us. Maybe they disappeared after getting what they wanted, or tossed you aside like you were just a stepping stone. And now they're back. Polite, friendly, maybe even apologetic. But don't be fooled. If someone has already used you once, they rarely come back out of love. It's usually out of convenience. And when someone only shows up when they need something, they're not coming back for you. They're coming back for what you can do for them. It's harsh to say, but your kindness can't be a revolving door for someone who once treated your life like a shortcut. You're not here to be anyone's second option or emotional backup. Helping someone who already used you, without clear signs they've changed, is like giving a house key to someone who's robbed you before. So, if they come knocking again, stop. Remember what they did. Recall how it made you feel. And ask yourself, with complete honesty, have they changed or are they just out of options? Fourth type. You shouldn't help someone who makes you feel small. Some people only know how to ask for help in a way that makes you feel less intelligent, less capable, less worthy. They never recognize your value, only your flaws. Even when they need you, they maintain that air of superiority, making your help feel like an obligation, not a choice. They look down on you as if they're giving you a chance to prove something to them. In other words, they want your help, but not with humility. They want to benefit from you, but without admitting they need you. So, They hide their dependence behind arrogance, and without realizing it, you start to shrink to fit their needs. But no one who diminishes you deserves to have you stretch yourself for them. Someone who makes you feel inferior doesn't want help. They want control, and helping them only makes you a partner in your own devaluation. So if every time you help someone, you come out of the situation feeling smaller than when you went in, then you're helping the wrong person. Fifth type, someone who lives for appearances. You've probably met someone who smiles at you in public, but ignores you in private, treats you well when others are watching, but disrespects you when the curtain closes. And if they ever ask for help, it's not because they value you. It's because they want you as a background character in their performance. This kind of person lives as if the world were a stage, and if you're useful to keep up appearances, they'll call you, praise you, thank you. But it's all surface level. Deep down, you're just a step on their ladder, and once they don't need your help anymore, they toss you aside without a second thought, vanish, pretend they don't even know you. Because to them, relationships are just tools to get what they want. So before helping someone, ask yourself, does this person really deserve what I'm offering? Because your energy is too valuable to waste on someone who doesn't value you. If any of this hit close to home, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which of these situations you've experienced and whether this video helped you in any way. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.